everyone, a warm welcome to the CI Unplugged podcast. This is a podcast that aims to entertain, inform, and educate us all about different topics that affect the society. I'm your presenter, Priscilla Lukonga, and I'm not alone in this studio. I'm with my friends. Guys, can you kindly introduce yourselves?
Thank you very much, Priscilla. I am very excited to be in the studio today. My name is Shuko Valia.
Hi everyone, my name is Lakson Shinchende, and I'm also very much excited to be here today.
Thank you so much, and today's topic is issues that affect youth in our society. And basically today we're looking at drug abuse. So to start with, what is drug abuse?
For me, drug abuse, this is the overuse or the abusing of drugs that are not meant to be used in a certain way, but you are overusing them, which is leading to harming your body. Yes. So these are just harmful substances that harm your body when overused.
That's all.
For me, I can take it as drug abuse is taking drugs without any prescriptions. Like you don't have any infections, but you're using those drugs.
So what are some of the drugs that can affect our body?
Like daga, mandrax, codeine, cocaine. Yes, these are the most used drugs in our communities.
But is it like illegal for us to buy them, or is it not illegal?
For instance, let's take an example of codeine. Codeine is a medicine used to cure coughs, but people nowadays are using it. Let's take a look at the youths. They're using it in a wrong way when they're not even sick of a cough or they're not having a cold, but they're using them in a wrong way, meaning they are being harmful, and that is illegal because you are selling them illegally, firstly, and it's not prescribed by any health expert. Yeah.
Any additions?
Yeah, those drugs, actually there are some who are selling those drugs illegally, and there are some who are selling those drugs legally. You can go in a drugstore, you buy those drugs, like when you have prescriptions, you can buy those drugs. But when those people are giving prescriptions, they are given that you are supposed to take 1 dose a day, but instead of taking 1 dose a day, they are taking the whole bottle. That is they are abusing that drug.
So what are the effects of using those same drugs?
Effects are animal outcomes, like things that come out. So from abusing drugs, you are destroying your liver, you are infatuating your heart with smoke, meaning this is going to harm you. It will even lead to death because these drugs are not being used in a very nice way, or these drugs are not prescribed for you, but we are using them.
Any additions, Lakson?
Yeah. Actually, those drugs, they are very much harmful to our bodies. They can harm your brain. Like they say at the high. That means you're very slow in whatever you're doing. It will be very slow. Yeah, so you can't just focus. And when you're addicted, it is very much difficult to stop when you're addicted. Yeah.
So what are some of the resources available to support substance abuse prevention and treatment?
So for me, I would advise the youths in our communities to go to rehab centers. We have rehabilitation centers. We have centers like Children International here. You can come here. We have mentors, we have peers who teach about stopping to use these drugs, how these drugs affect us, and how our youths are being affected by these drugs. We are even, when you use the drugs, you are bringing down the development of our country. How are we meant to have a future leader who is taking drugs, who is doing drugs? So let us stop the intake of drugs.
Those people who take drugs, they can go to the Drug Enforcement Commission, the DEC. Yeah, they can give them advices, they can counsel them so that they find a way in which they can stop those drugs. Yeah, they can also stop those drugs in participating in youth activities so that they can be busy. They don't have time to go and take those drugs.
But there is someone here home saying, what if nkaenda kudeki nandolu latino I take drugs manimang? Is it true to ukaenda kudeki vangakumange, or it's just false information?
No, that one it's false information. They can't arrest you when you go there, because you're just like when you go to the police station, you say, no, nabunga muntu, it's like this. They can't arrest you in that way. So when you go there, they find a way in which they can help you. They cannot arrest you.
Just in addition, they cannot arrest you unless you're selling those drugs illegally. You are being influenced by those drugs. It's not like you are the one who's selling those drugs. But if you go there and go in a respective manner, you even explain yourself, they cannot arrest you. But if you're doing those things illegally and you know that you're under that influence, but if you didn't know, there are rehab centers where you can go. You can also go to the clinic, to the hospitals, join youth groups.
And what are some of the preventions to stop drug abuse?
Mostly in our communities, we find that our parents, they are like taking drugs, meaning they are being imitated by the children. It's not because the children are being influenced by peer groups. Yes, some peer pressure comes in, but mostly it comes from our parents. When we see our parents, they say for line. So if our parents are doing drugs, the children also wants to do what the parents are doing. They're imitating the parents. So if our parents can be our role models too, to do things better or to do things right, at least drug abuse can be lessened in that manner.
But there is this thing that says if you have a cough, you can get healed. Is it true or is it just false information?
That one, actually, it is very much true, but it affects your brain. Yeah, you can be healed, but there's something that you do affect afterwards.
Just an addition. Yes, the saying you are from saying like uka bemasungo, chifuba chizapola, or any other disease, it's like a healing. But when you take those you take those drugs overly, you overuse them. That's where the abuse word is coming from. Drug abuse. You're not saying that drugs are bad, no, but when they're taken excessively, and every day when you get better, you're still taking those things. They expect to be better.
No. Exactly. And what are some of the treatments or preventions that can help drug abuse?
The best healer or the best treatment that can be recommended is by stopping doing those drugs. Because like your body has gotten used to taking those drugs. If you don't take, you are forced to do different things. That's what is even bringing down the development of our country. Let's take a look at in our communities. We are seeing junkies. Those junkies are being influenced by the same drugs. If they don't have money to buy the drugs from the drug dealers, they'll go and steal. You find that they'll get your phone, for example, Mercedes, things like that. They're just trying to find ways in which you can have money to buy those drugs. And when you take drugs, like your thinking capacity will not be okay. You think like, no, for me to obtain money, I just have to go and steal. I can't work, I can't do anything. That's also an effect of drug abuse. But when you are in a normal state, you can think, no, I don't have to steal. I just have to work for the money that I need.
Any additions?
Yeah, just like what Shuko has said, drug there's the high levels of drug abuse is mostly for those who are unemployed. So also high levels of unemployment, it is affecting the youths in our community. They don't have anything to do. The group influences, they start taking drugs because they don't have anything to do. Instead of going for work, but they don't have anything to do. They're just in our communities roaming around. That means they are going to be influenced so easily to start taking those drugs.
What community resources and facilities are available for young people?
Yeah, for young people, like I said earlier, hospitals, and you can go to DEC. Nowadays, we have online motivational speeches, we have online facilities that you can access easily by just having a smartphone. You can contact the DEC, the Drug Enforcement Commission, even if you're in Livingston, you're in different parts of the country. Yes, we know that DEC is best here, but we have those small branches. But if you are not able to access those, you can just go on their page, on Facebook, on Twitter, on WhatsApp, on any platform. They can help you, they are advisors who can advise you.
Even the children international itself, if you go to them, they will be able to direct you where to go.
How can we promote civic engagement and volunteerism among youths?
For civic engagement, meaning they're being civilized, right? But if you're taking those drugs, like I said, you start stealing. But if government NGOs could come together and make up a plan on how to give those people jobs so that they stop abusing those drugs. Because the main reason why they're doing that is to have a sense of feeling, a good feeling, because they're seeing people, you take the drug, you'd find someone dancing on the road. For me also to have that joy, yes, that person is not working, but I also want that joy. Let me just do the same drugs. But if the government gives jobs, if we have sufficient commodities in our homes, they are not forced to do those drugs because they just want that sense of feeling of happiness and joy.
Any additions?
Most of the youths, they have lost hope in the government officials because of corruption. So you can find a person has good results, good grade 12 results, but they are failing to apply. They know that if they apply maybe for a certain job in the government, they are not going to be given an opportunity to that because of high levels of corruption also.
Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And it's a goodbye from us. Bye.